In this video, you're going to see how to create a beautiful ceiling like this one. It is super easy to make a slat ceiling, and you can do it in only 5 steps. The steps are measuring the ceiling, creating a formwork, mounting the panels, cutting the panels, installing spots and lamp sockets. Step 1. Measuring the ceiling. Before you start, you have to find out how many panels you will need for the ceiling. This is done by measuring the area where you want to install the panels in meters. So in order to find out how many square meters the area measures, you multiply the width by the length of the area. One Akupanel covers 1.44 square meters. So in order to find out how many panels are needed for the ceiling, you divide the square meters of the room by 1.44. This equals the number of panels you need for the room. Step 2. Creating the formwork. The formwork on which you install the panels is made by installing planks or battens across the ceiling. At first you need to decide in which direction you want the lamellas to point, since the battens have to be installed in the opposite direction. When you have decided on the direction, it's time to mount the battens. You need a space of maximum 60 centimeters between each batten, and they have to go all the way across the ceiling. Step 3. Mounting the panels. The way you mount the panels on the ceiling is by driving black screws through the felt and into the formwork. We always recommend using black screws, as it will make the mounting invisible on the panels with the black felt. There is a felt side and a lamella side on each panel. This means that you can hide the joints behind the previous panel when you mount them in continuation of each other. When you get to the end of the ceiling, you are probably going to cut the panels in order to make them fit. We'll get into that now. Step 4. Cutting the panels. Cutting the panels is easier than what most people think. The easiest way to do it is by cutting directly through the lamellas and the felt at the same time using a circular saw. But almost any saw can be used. Start by marking where you need to cut the panels using a pencil. You might want to use sandpaper on the edges in order to remove any splinters. Once you are done cutting, it might be a good idea to fasten the lamellas on the felt by driving small screws into the lamellas from the back of the panel. After this, it is ready to be installed. Step 5. Installing spots and lamp sockets. If you wish to install spots and lamp sockets in your ceiling, then this is definitely possible. Measure and mark on the panel where the lamp socket or the spot needs to be. Afterwards, you use a hole saw and drill it through the felt and the lamellas. Then you are ready for the electrician to install your lamp sockets or spots. Okay, the ceiling is done, and the best part about it is that it's not only looking great, it's also sound dampening. If you are thinking about getting a slat ceiling like this one, you can order samples on the web shop. Thank you for watching.